Another thing that we mustn't forget is that African music is not just South African music. It is broad. It goes beyond just South Africa, because I think there is a little bit of that mentality or a stereotype that if you're doing African music, you're only singing in isiXhosa and any other one of our official languages, Ndebele, Sotho, and all that. No, we go to Kenya and you find beautiful tarabs in Swahili, in Kikuyu, and that is what is African music. You go to Zimbabwe, you get inspired by Uchiwaniso, singing in Shona and all that. And those stereotypes, thinking African music is just South African, is one of the things that it increases the rate of xenophobic attacks or xenophobic mentality, whereby you think only us are Africans, you know. But once you start to get to know other languages and other cultures in their music, how they do the things, then you appreciate and you respect them more, because you do not only know that they are from Mozambique, they are from somewhere, but you know their music. You know what instrument you find in Mozambique, you know what instrument you find in Nigeria, the talking drum and all that, singing Yoruba and all the beautiful music that we can get from Nigeria. So I think it's also important. That's the important note I wanted to say, that people mustn't think that African music, it ends only in South Africa. It's greater, and Miriam Makeba is the only artist I can think of who did that beautifully. She didn't only sing in isiXhosa, she sang Swahili, she sang all the different languages, and she's my inspiration. And in my music career, one of the things that make me unique is that I do not only sing my language. I sing Swahili, I sing different languages, and that makes me stand out as well, even in the African music artists around South Africa. That takes me that even when I go to an, if I'm taking an Uber, for instance, you find that my Uber driver is from Zimbabwe. Hi, how are you, Chomi? Where are you from? Because already sometimes you can tell, you can see. And be like, no, I'm from Zimbabwe. And I'd be like, do you know Chiwaniso? Do you know so and so? Do you know? And they'd be so excited. And there's nothing that is beautiful and welcoming than someone speaking your language, though they speak a different language. There is nothing beautiful than someone knowing more about your culture, about your country, you know, and that time you are in a foreign country, you know. So they smile, they get excited, and I get excited too, because I want to feel them welcome. And that is who I am. I love people, and I love making them feel, you know, welcome. And one time I was offered a bathroom by these two guys, security guys, at the Sea Point. And when I said to them, merci beaucoup, and they were so touched, they were so excited, like, hey, you speak French and all that, where are you from? And they thought I was from Congo. Yes, I think those guys, they were from Congo, and they were so excited, you know. And I know now their home language is actually Lingala, or one of their official languages. So those are things that we need to know about our fellow African countries, so that when you start to respect someone else and you make them feel welcome, then there's less of these xenophobic attacks. Because let me tell you, when we travel and we go abroad and you say you're from South Africa, oh dear, trust me, especially with our African brothers and our African sisters, maybe from Congo or maybe from Zimbabwe and all that, they'll be like, oh, your country, Sisi, your country, you know, and you can already think, okay, there's xenophobic attacks. So the stigma that comes with now being a South African, that you are xenophobic, you killing our own brothers and all that. And it's not nice, because I want to carry the name of my country in a positive and beautiful manner. But then, because of what is happening, and I think it's the awareness, it's the lack of knowledge and appreciating, you know, appreciating. So I hope even with this video, people are going to start to think differently, to see people from other African countries different, because they are our brothers and our sisters, and they will understand better. They will make an effort to understand them better, even if you're not going to be a musician and play instruments, you know, from their countries. But at least you can ask, so what language do you speak? What is your home language at home? You know, when last did you go home? When you start making these conversations, then you are making them feel like human, and you are seeing human. You are not seeing something else, you know, which makes people so xenophobic. I don't like it. I don't like xenophobia, Shem. I don't want to lie. And I feel like the more we could know about each other's cultures and countries and all that, the beauty that each and every African country holds, I believe that this thing can, and especially South Africans, I'm challenging South Africans because it's one country that is known to be so xenophobic and killing your own. That is crazy. We know we come from a very dark past, but now here we are. I just want to challenge us to move away from that, and we can appreciate it, because even other artists are like, why are you always singing these other languages? Why are you? So that needs to stop. We need to really appreciate each other coming from different countries, because there's so much beauty. And only Miriam Makeba, and we appreciated Miriam Makeba only later. Miriam Makeba was appreciated more abroad because Tina, I don't know, but that needs to stop. You know, it needs to stop. Anyone who is interested, especially the young people, I want to tell them to go for it. Go for it. Ne? Do not doubt and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, do not doubt. And African music, sometimes it gets looked down upon. It's not so popular as other, like they even call them the mainstream, the main genres and all that. Take it, it's a special treasure. It's something that our country needs. It's something that our country needs to respect and honor. It's something that we need to take pride in. So many times we celebrate Heritage Day only once in a year, but our heritage is something that is very important to us, because if you do not know who you are, if you do not know where you come from, there is no way that you can know where you are going. And being African, being black, it's important to know and stand for what we are, our identity. It's about time to embrace. Now this is happening now, like a young person will want to do African music with all these other genres, with all these other modernized and all this coolness. This is one genre that people don't look at it as something that is cool, but I believe I am the coolest chick in Cape Town. I believe I'm super cool. And so nothing changes. Embrace yourself and go for it, for what you believe in. I know so many people sometimes, they don't even believe that I do African music, because sometimes I would wear my weave, I would dress up, I would do this, and not just be a typical African whatsoever, to people's definitions, their own definitions. But what is important is that what comes from your heart. You know, other people stand for having an afro and natural hair. Other people will stand for this, the clothing, African clothing and all the keeping that. Me, I'm about preserving the music. And I know I'm not going to need to go around carrying my uwadi. I don't need to go, you know, to prove to people. I know once I know I'm the musician that I am in the African music department, I know what I have to offer. I know what I do when I get on stage. And that gives me so much pride, confidence, pride, you know, something that I'm proud of, not that arrogance, but I do it with pride. It's what I love. What do you do? I do African music. Oh, really? Oh, what instruments? And some people, you find that they don't know, and these are people of our own skin color, you know, they do not know. So when we have these young people, I want them to go for it. Go for it. You mustn't always take the road that there's so many people. Be cool with taking that road, because there's something special about taking the narrow one where it's not a lot of people, and it's about time. And I like the mindset of these upcoming, the AMA 2000. They're doing things, they're challenging things, they're doing things differently, they're owning up, and part of owning up our blackness and our Africanness, it's our music. So I want them to go for it. I want you to go for it. And then you can rock and pop and be cool, and then you go for it. You know exactly what is it. That's how I do it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be dressing in the umbako every day and what. No, I still look cool. I still look dapper. But then I know I'm an African music artist, and I'm proud to say so. I can enter a room and say, I'm even a graduate. Even if you're not a graduate, be proud. Be proud, do it. So I want them to go for it, because there's so many ways to celebrate our heritage, and one of those is through our music, which we should really, really take pride. Peace out.